We are here.
We are ready.
We are united.
We are prepared.
Prepare for epicness.
Live from New York, it is the KOTOS Podcast, Episode 1. I'm your host, Theo. Let's start with introductions, starting from the top.
Hi, I'm Allison the writer. I recently became an admin on the Knights of the Olde Speech wiki, for some reason, probably because I asked nicely.
Everyone else was.
According to some people, I am the Great Alisone, or the Great Alice One, depending on how you feel about that. And someone's been feeding me these accolades. I'm the only one around that's actually published a book, and counter to popular belief, despite my moniker on some social mediums, I am not a hamster.
Alright, next is Builders of Ninjago, also known as Ninjago Builders. You're up, NB.
Hello. I'm an admin, which means I can abuse my power. Well, I'm also the sun person thing. That's a bit of a misnomer. But just suffice it to say, the government is covering up the base on the sun. Geminus, that does not have anything to do with those horoscope crap. It has to do with an individual who may or may not be my brother. Nuke Master. Oh yes, nukes. I could talk all day about them.
He's the master of nukes. He throws nuclear warheads and nuclear power generators at people.
Knockmaster.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have plenty of interests besides nukes, though, such as non-nuke explosions.
Okay, so I am FF Player 1, also known as Wizardon, also known as Figure of Pelanor. Also, I am your beloved Supreme Dax Commander. I am also the self-proclaimed steward of the KOTOS Wiki. And I like to think of myself as the KOTOS Lore Master.
Alright, so basically he's claimed the position as the president of Lore Canon and Continuity Committee, by his own authority.
Is there any other member of this committee?
No.
Yeah, I can touch his authority in this matter. Now, moving on to Sir Harold. Harold, you're up.
Hey. I am Harold Asor, aka Harold, whatever. Founder of the Knights of the Olde Speech Wikia. I'm the one who originally made the site, and thusly king of it. I'm also the resident British person. I do impressions sometimes, and I'm the one who keeps finding new platforms for everyone. So I made the wiki, and I'm also the one who kind of introduced everyone to Discord. So I guess that's like my designated job. Making sure we don't die off.
Yes, and we thank you for it, somewhat. Stirling, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, introduce yourself.
My name is Stirling Silverstein. I also have an alter ego, Peregrine Wanderthistle. They kind of flip between the two. It's very random. But the two of them, if you put those together, you get me. Now, I understand here. It looks like I'm the resident daredevil. I think we all agreed just now that used to be a gentleman by the name of Sir Sharpie, but we're not here to talk about him, as cool as he was. I'm also, up until recently, I think I was the #1 writer for the most insane short story on the wiki. Up until recently, like a few months
The
ago.
insane blatherings was iconic.
Yes. And I wear that badge proudly. I'm also known for kind of going in and out. I'm like your uncle who shows up half the time, pretends he's always there, and then because he's your old uncle, he doesn't remember absolutely everything, so you're usually just catching him up.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm your
I have
crazy
experience of that.
All right, Talmud, you're up.
Hi, I'm Talmud. I have a number of online names, but I guess Talmud is the most famous one. You might also know me as Fleet Captain Talmud, or actually no, these would be the names of my story characters: Fleet Captain Talmud, Sir Talmud, Intrepid Fusion Eclipse. There's a lot of them. Very self-centered. Right, I'm one of the founders of the Knights of the Olde Speech. All the other founders, they're unfortunately inactive at this point, but we hope they'll come back. I also have some nicknames like Pamlid, like Telmead, the big cheese, and the Grand Fanud.
Oh, hear his
he's
name and
vague.
tremble.
Okay.
I also thought it was
Right.
fondue.
I always
So
go
I'm
this
a-
one, dude.
I'm also a writer.
We all are.
Yeah, we're all
Mhm.
writers. I'm also an animator, as you probably, if you've seen Talmud Show, you probably know that.
And
Yeah, that's me. And this is the Knights of the Olde Speech.
And again, I'm Theo. I'm the leader of the Cooked Chickens, the professional idiots. But you can just call me Timmy Bob Lee Jones, the 3.1796.
It took me a while to realize that you were saying live from KOTOS and not live from Cultist. I thought you were saying Cultist.
Yes, we are live from the cult.
Saying we're
The
cultists.
Cultist Podcast.
Oh my god.
All right.
Maybe we are cultists. We gotta look up the definition.
First order of business: is Nutella a food group in itself?
No.
Oh,
It's a brand.
This is what we're doing.
It's a brand, and it's also things from different food groups blended together into a cream.
I'm
Is
still
Nutella?
annoyed that it's officially pronounced Nutella. It just bothers me.
If you're pronouncing Nutella, it should have like NEW in it.
Sounds like
Well, there's
Pingu
a-
saying it.
I just want to
Nutella.
know if I'm a terrible person for eating pure Nutella right now.
No,
No,
you're not a
you're
terrible
a terrible
person for
person.
eating pure Nutella right now.
I mean, you are a terrible person, but not for eating Nutella right now.
Wow. I'm just going to go cry in the corner.
Okay.
This is Theo, and he cries every time.
This is Allison, and she's always tired.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting into the real catchphrases now.
I have to take a phone call.
If we're going into catchphrases, he's red, he's gold. It's your boy Harold.
I was gonna say, it's your boy, Harold. That's your catchphrase.
That's the note that I put on my profile. It's your boy, Sir Talmud.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there's a certain charm to like "It's your boy" as an introduction.
Boy.
I would use it, but I'm not a boy.
It's your
It's
boy,
your girl.
Suicide.
You're like so chill right now.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Actually,
Like so, Chal?
That's not chill.
that's fake chill.
That's Valley Girl.
Hmm.
Okay.
They're very similar.
Who are the KOTOS? Okay, so Talmud, you founded us. You're up.
The Knights of the Old Speech are an internet group of writers. We met each other by posting and reading stories on the LEGO message boards. Eventually, we became the Knights of the Old Speech when, actually me, I ranked up to the rank of artisan, and the writer, my friend, Thing Guy, said, Talmud, thou art an artisan. And then another writer, message boards user, Lukey, he said that he really likes this old-timey talk. And so we became the Knights of the Old Speech.
And what do the Knights of the Old Speech do? What is the Knights of the Old Speech?
I know. No, I don't.
We write, we draw, we brainstorm, we've created a universe, more like a multiverse.
The universe.
That too. You can also call it polyverse. Because like each of us have our own personal story universe, and we've kind of managed to put them all into the same. They're all connected somehow.
There is an order of business, I believe, from Senor Player.
Yeah, Play made a nice little schedule for us.
Now,
We shall do our best to follow it.
Going to tell us the history of the Knights of the Old Speech.
Quick, pull up the wiki.
Well, don't have me do it because we know how I am with dates.
No, there's like a whole thing. Yeah, one of us could just read it out, actually.
Oh, yeah, the homepage, the big giant thing I skip by every day.
So, how did this queer organization come about, I hear ye ask? On the 4th of March, 2012, a certain LEGO account user titled Thinguy2 made a post including the words, Talmud, thou art an artisan. The next day, it was approved by the moderators of the LEGO forum, and another LEGO account user titled Lukey3449, we call him Lucas, made a comment on the fact that he loves, quote, old-timey talk, and how it would be epic if we were to make all our posts in, again, quote, old-timey talk. So, the LEGO user Talmud banded us together and named us the Knights of the Old Speech. For a short while, we only talked in Old English. Then we became a bit more lax and talked regular as well. Anyway, our strong defensive grammar and friendship was soon known 0829 and Satan.
You took Harold.
I'm sorry, okay.
paragraph.
Just cut that last part out because I just called your friend Satan.
Satan.
No, that's not my
Ethan.
paragraph.
Satan.
Really?
Seaton. No, I'm doing the bit after Thinguy's quote that I myself wrote.
Anyway,
Sorry, did you?
our strong
Okay.
defensive grammar and friendship.
Satan.
Satan 666.
Well, yes, one of our most prominent members, Satan, he fainted a lot.
Yeah, please. Hey, now- Oh, worshippers.
Anyway.
No.
Anyway.
No, I won't say.
Yes, the next question called Seaton. Must
Okay, somebody
1, 2,
take
3,
over
4.
for me.
Anyway, our strong defense of grammar and friendship was soon noticed by Legoboy 0829 and Seaton.
I'll never look at his name the same way.
If he ever finds us again, I'm gonna feel so bad for him. It's just like, oh hey, we just call you Satan now. It's easier.
But I was saying Lego. So it came out Satan.
We should probably tell the church about this. Get an
This
exorcist
is
into
noob
here.
who came in to be an admin and starts calling our
Are we now officially a cult for real?
Maybe. Maybe if like Satan was among us.
We are Satanists.
Cult the Olde Speech. Hey Satan, how are you doing? Right. Okay, I'll just keep going. And season 1, 2, 3, 4. May he rest in peace.
Never gonna be
For God's sake. Oh no, I'm got into it now. May he rest in peace. And they quickly joined our band. We have been joined by many others, including Sam Loop Loop, Lady Jonna, Ethan WS, Sir Sharp, Dragon8328, Sir Dragon, Lou Bob 7783, Sir Spack, John NC, Sir John Nicholas Cataclysm, Firelash02, Sir Loin of Beef. I can't get over that pun, I'm sorry, just Sir Loin of Beef. Okay. Ranger Holt 79, Ranger Holt, Ninjago Builders, Sir Skilled Honoured Ninjago Builderson, and others who I've either forgotten or can't remember the numbers in their names. We soon became more orderly, and Sir Lucas created our own little chat room. And I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of names that have numbers in them.
Welcome to Lego.
Names that are like with all the A's in them.
Well, the A's.
Yeah, we have so many people with A's in the name. Allison. Pyramid.
A is the vowel. It's going to be in a lot of words.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what point you're trying to make here, Theo.
Except for Theo. Theo especially
Yeah,
doesn't
unless
have
he's
an A.
William McArthur
And,
or Walter James.
Sterling is just eyes.
Harry?
I think it was known as James before.
I was known as James, yes.
Everybody's got
Yeah.
Until
The Theta AI has an A in it. You're one of us.
Real Legit Pain has an A in it.
The real Agit Pain is an outlier and shouldn't be counted. We soon became more orderly, obviously, and Sir Lucas created our own little chat room. We made ranks, positions, and even formed a secret base. A base so secret that only 4 knights have found it so far, although it was discovered by a non-knight, but we can
pronouns
trust him.
And then
Now, on to the story.
Who's the non-knight who discovered it?
I think
I
that was
don't know.
Major Q.
That might make sense.
Oh,
actually.
that could.
Contact
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
joking that it was me.
I've always wondered.
Yeah.
I don't
I've wondered a lot of things
they're
about
being
this
in the
group.
creation lab.
I wonder why
Was
this
it-
group tolerates me.
Same.
We don't. We just
Would
have
it be
no
a bad
choice.
thing to say the devil made us do it?
Blame Satan.
Nathan?
Oh dear.
So
I'm
here's
sorry,
the
Theo.
next thing.
Everyone's roasting Theo. Now, on to the story. Is what he said, because that was the intro for Perpetual Doom. It's as I've said, it's a great quote, but it doesn't quite cover everything. The story in question that he says, now onto the story, is called Perpetual Doom, and it's what kicked off the Knights of the Olde Speech storyline. Not to be confused with the Talmud Show, the story of a minifigure, Imagination Infection, Shannara, Power of Ages, Chanora, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is now one of them, like any of those. And the Knights of the Old Speech storyline is now one of the most ridiculous and branching pieces of media since Bionicle, or pieces of media.
It works. It works.
Media. If there's more than one, yeah, I guess.
Trust me, I'm a public. Author.
Perpetual. Yeah, I'm taking your word for it. You better be right.
You don't have to be a published author to know it's horrible.
All right. Perpetual Doom is probably a good representation of that, with the multi-writer nature of the tale sowing chaos and confusion, because there were 15 people writing it. Am I right on that one, player?
Yes.
Yeah, 15 people writing it. A lot of miscommunication and stuff, so you had characters dying in one chapter and then coming back to life later, because it just hadn't registered to everyone that they were dead.
Universe, only a bit more isolated.
You can thank me for that.
Do not mention Marvel here.
Can we not do it? Will they copyright us?
They'll demonetize our video.
Oh no! And we also have the additional manuscripts, which are menagerie stories. We've got, concerning the construction of a certain rad washing machine, which is kind of something lighter in tone. Ironsides is a bit more. I mean, I like to think it's a bit more intense. I'm probably biased because I wrote it. And then there's also stuff like whatever the insane blathering was supposed to be. Like, you wrote it, Stirling. I'm looking to you for answers on this one. What was going through your head?
It was a brainstorm, which then I published later because I didn't need it.
Oh my goodness.
It's a value contribution.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just
It has
curious
Mr. Noodle
sometimes.
in it.
Like I said
has
in
both
the
the
previous
noodle.
podcast, it's setting the bar
What
so
genre
low,
would it fall
anything
under?
else is good.
This is beautiful.
Yes!
It is beautiful.
Right. But that's just because I'm still cracking up.
What are you cracking up at? Satan? Or,
Yeah.
No, she's reading the story, I think.
or like, may he rest
All
in
of
peace?
that. Okay.
Anyway, and at the moment we're working on another royalty right, Scattered Ashes, which I would like to say is more coordinated.
Yes, oh
I'm
yes.
not 100% sure, but I think
Well, it is more coordinated.
we've got less inconsistencies this time, at least.
And less story.
The chapters are getting longer, though. It's mostly my fault. I wrote a chapter that was 10,000 words long, and the player's trying to top me now, and it's just going to keep going. I didn't mean to. It just kind of happened.
I'm not doing it because of you. I'm gonna make a shoot chapter because I will be writing next year for my next chapter. So I need to write all the stuff that's in my head.
No, I get it. Oh my god. I must admit, I just kept fighting for so long.
We're idiots in summary. In summary, we're all crazy idiots.
Most people are. So, we were originally based on the Lego message boards, but I think someone mentioned making a Wikia, and the story behind that is that I was relatively new at the time, and I thought, oh, that's a good thing to do. It's like, I can show that I'm productive. So I made the original Wiki website, and I'm not going to take credit for all of it. Everyone else has pitched in. I think Player in particular has done a lot of edits to spruce up the place. He knows more about the code than I ever will at this point. But yeah, it was good, and the Lego message board shut down, which was sad, but we had the Wikia, so we were able to kind of remain in contact and keep writing stuff and cling on, in spite of all of that.
Don't bring Star Trek into this.
All right. Then we found... then we were introduced to Discord, and now we talk a lot more regularly on here with uploads on the wiki. And that's basically the point we're at now, just kind of trying to gather together, spread out to other social media, and emphasize the fact that we are a group of people who exist and are like decent.
Yeah, we are decent
I
human
guess.
beings.
We're idiots. Yeah,
I
like
mean,
white people.
we could be worse. I'm not planning on filming any dead bodies.
Speaking of expanding to other mediums, who here has Twitter or
Me,
Facebook
me.
or anything like that?
I
I'm pretty
have-
sure.
I
I have a
Twitter.
Facebook.
I have Twitter.
Same.
Well, it's not under like my Lego pseudonym,
It's not anything you would
Right.
so you're not really gonna find it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hack
Well,
you
maybe
behind.
maybe player can find it.
If you put his mind to it.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
And I'll show it to everyone.
Inwardly, players just like challenge accepted. It's gonna
True.
find you now. Oh,
Okay, that's more than I thought then.
so yeah, that's basically what us. Yay
So
for
then-
introductions.
So then, who are the people currently active then? We read a lot of names, but I don't think we see a whole lot of them here. Or
It's basically us in the podcast and Jonna, who is just quote unquote late. This is basically all of the people who are regularly active.
Yeah, basically.
It's like just 8 people left. It's
Yeah, I guess.
typically how it's been. Like we've had a lot of members over time, but it's never been like everyone at the same time. So
and then of
Right.
course with the-
this is pretty normal.
This
This
is pretty
is
good,
fun.
actually.
But it's a busy thing I left.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then we've had the transition from the Lego message boards, and then the Lego message boards, Lego Universe forum closed down, and then the Lego Universe forum altogether closed down, and then the Classics closed down, and then so we've been moving a lot. So it's impressive that we
Yeah.
even have anyone at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of people lost contact at various stages. Oh shoot!
Oh,
I was aware of the message boards going down, but once like the Lego Universe forum closed, I think I just spent most of my time on the wiki, so I wasn't really affected by a lot of what else was happening. But some of the people who've been here longer than me, I think, might have an entirely different say on the matter.
It was an emotional time.
Mm.
And then there's also JDI. I know he was on the gallery till that closed, but I don't know where he is now.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think with the gallery going down, that really separated us from any other contacts who stayed on Lego and weren't able to leave at the time.
Yeah.
That separated us a bit, but most of us made it to the wiki
Yeah.
places.
Like, Drummer knows, we're here, Funky does, Sharpie does, they're all on the Discord. We got a message from Thing Guy a couple of times, who is another one of the founders. So they're all still out there somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully we haven't heard the last of them. I don't know if that's a topic for today, but with Dark Flame Universe coming back, I'm sure we'll reconnect with some of them.
Yeah.
But
well,
that's
there's-
where we found Punchy.
Hmm.
Who?
I wish we could find Ground and Grow.
Gron Gringo.
Oh, he
Gron
was
Green
sweet.
Grove.
I remember him.
Gron Gring.
Nork.
Gron Gringo.
You know, I actually might know where to find him
Or
if
you
he's
can
not
already-
here anymore. It was either him or somebody else who was really nice, but it might have been him who said something. Yeah,
Ron
it might
Greengrow.
have been him it might have been he who said like, "Oh, are you on Camp NaNoWriMo or NaNoWriMo Young Writers Program?" Because I know someone with that username there, and I'm like, "Yep, that's me." Do I know you?
Oh, you do it. You do NaNoWriMo?
Oh, I know what Nano
Yeah.
is.
So if you guys want to encourage him to come back, I can pour through my old connections and see what I find.
And
Nice.
so begins the doxing of the Knights of the Olde Speech.
Oh man.
Oh man, this really is a
Yes,
cult
we
now.
dox people who leave us.
There we go.
We just drag them back in.
Not
Not
yet.
Once You're a member for life.
Yeah, once you come in, you can't leave.
Mm.
You can check out anytime you like, but you
Yes.
can never leave. I think that's how it
Yes.
goes.
Right? Don't you get the tattoo? After your first year, right?
Oh boy, do we have songs for everything today?
Speaking of
Yeah,
music,
that-
my favorites are purple.
Yeah.
Follow. Theo just keeps saying stuff and then muting himself.
Well, last time I talked too much, so this time I'm talking too little to balance it out.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, but last time was episode 0 and none of us had any idea what we're doing.
Hello,
I feel
Jonna.
Oh god, Jonna's here. I feel like if I were...
Hi, Jonna.
Hey!
Jonna.
There she is!
Jonah,
We have a
introduce
visitor.
yourself.
The bright pink dunk comes
She's
in.
still muted.
Hey!
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yay!
You made it.
What's up?
Yeah, I made it.
It's
Just
okay.
took forever. Sorry.
That new person is Jonna, for those of you who don't know. She's the second most senior person here, only other than Talmud. So yeah, she's cool people.
And the queen of
Good damn it.
punctuality.
I've got to type this somewhere.
Alright, so Jonna, what Harold just put in the chat, read that to people.
Oh, okay. I'm Jonna Friesian. On the wiki, I'm listed as an administrator, the official Ducks cook, a co-leader, an enemy of cooked chickens, and I am not Joanna.
Yay!
Or Jonah.
Hey,
I'm not Jonah.
we're all here. For the record, Harold, the reason I kept muting myself is because I don't think you all want to hear me trying to learn guitar.
Okay.
I'll have to hear that later, though. Okay, Theo.
Yeah, that should be good ambient.
Question: did NB or Jonah join first?
Pardon?
Did NB or Jonah join the chorus first?
NB did it first. Wait, I don't. Oh wait, not this call. Ha!
What?
Why are
Oh,
you
sorry.
answering us?
Thought you meant this call.
What?
Who joined the Knights of the Old Speech first?
I have.
Jonna or NB?
Oh, that was me, I think.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say...
Like-
John as well, even though I wasn't there, so I don't know.
It was Jonna.
I think maybe Ninjago Builders knew about the KOTOS beforehand, right? Because he was doing all the comedy.
Yeah,
Or maybe I'm mixing up my stories.
We were both active, I think, at the same time as it started, so we would have seen it at the same time.
I think all of these people were reading the Storming trilogy at that time.
Like,
When
yeah, we were all writers at the same time with our own stories.
Mm. Yeah, I think the time where we all joined the Knights was different, but we were all active at largely the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, really.
Ironic.
So,
He could save others from death, but not himself. If we can go with the ironic jokes. Yeah, that's one of my impressions, kind of Emperor Palpatine, the Dark Lord of the Sith.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth S.A., the Unfinished?
I thought not.
not a story the Lego
It's
Monster.
not a story the founders will tell you.
Full reference, it is time to officially end the actual podcast. Thank you, anyone who's stupid enough to join us.
Should we sign off in
Yeah.
routine or like in order?
Yes, sign off.
Sure.
With
Sign off,
your
people.
sir or lady designation. Yeah?
What
Yeah.
order are we going in? I missed that whole part.
Or do we appear the chat?
Signing with Allison.
Yeah,
Going
just
down
from the
here.
top of the chat, so like from Alice and Theo, basically.
Okay.
The classic
Okay.
order.
Bye.
Signing off.
See you later, alligators.
Fare thee well.
Over and out.
Adios, amigos.
Calm it out.
Reality is the illusion, viewer versus hologram. Bye, gold. Bye!
Bill Cypher, what are you doing here?
Oh my
That was
gosh.
great.